Refilwe, in the marketing space, of course, what can these insights mean for brands, for companies, how you show up for your customers, and ensuring that the relationship with customers isn't purely transactional? How do you translate the findings into what you could actually do as a corporate?
Yeah. So, I mean, definitely in addition to what we said earlier about playing a proper role in helping improve people's lives, right, as an organization, and, you know, what are the structural things, whether it is driving entrepreneurship, whether it is getting involved in energy and infrastructure and all of that. I think those things are hugely important. But from the sort of brand and marketing perspective, there's a couple of things, right? I think one is around what we were talking about earlier on, right, that making it feel like you do understand the people that you are trying to serve, right? Making sure that they feel included and that they're a part of your narrative and that you understand them. I think the other one is around hope and optimism. You know, there's some people do believe that sentiment is what drives results versus results driving sentiment. And I think we have a responsibility to frame that hope and optimism. There has to be hope. There has to be optimism. And there are things that we can be hopeful about in the sea of negativity. And I do think that that's quite an important thing. And the other one is a little bit more sort of practical and pragmatic, right? And I referred to it a little bit earlier on. But how are you making your brand accessible to South African audiences, right? And when I say accessible, yes, I do mean affordable. But I also mean, is what you do understandable? Is it relatable? Is it available in places that I can find it? Does it feel like it's something that's for me? And I think that that's quite an important thing. You know, there was quite a lot in this report about that divide between the rich and poor, and you know, feeling prejudiced against and discriminated against and not included. And I do think that to a large extent, you know, advertising reflects the world in which we live in. And the power that we have as marketers is to influence that, right? You can influence the world in which we live in. And you see big brands who take a big swing and do that. And I'd love to see more of that. I'd love to see more brands taking a big swing in terms of the world that we want to live in.
You touched, of course, on the grievance towards the rich, towards big business,
Yeah.
Particularly from those who feel disenfranchised and feel left out.
Yeah.
And that's crucial when it comes to building relationships, building trust, and inviting people into the circle.
Yeah.
You know, you look at something like private medical aid, you look at something like banking. You know, those are all features where people would feel a grievance if it's something that is not accessible to them.
No, I completely agree with you. You know, at the end of the day, who doesn't want access to quality healthcare, right? There is nobody in the world who's going to say that I'm happy to stand in a clinic queue for whatever it may be, 10 hours waiting for quality care. You know, who doesn't want access to banking services, and let me be specific, to banking services that help improve your life, right? You know, even things like credit can be framed as a great evil, but as long as we are not able to figure out how to make credit accessible and safe for all audiences, you know, people will make alternative plans that can be devastating on their lives and those of their families. And that's what I mean about, you know, we do have this responsibility to really think about how to serve these key things that people need to all audiences. And I think affordability is a huge one. Affordability and safety are huge ones. And this is not a dig at you, Mandy, I promise. But also around, you know, making sure that you provide access to credible information. It's not part of the safety piece, right? Media is unfortunately increasingly distrusted, if that's a way to frame it. I think we've terribly disinvested in media, which is not a good thing. We desperately need to keep funding quality journalism because it's how we, you know, hold people accountable. But, you know, while that divide exists, what responsibility do you take for making sure that people have access to the right information, to accurate information? And I do think that we should also, you know, take a stand on that sort of thing.